I'm George Michalowski with Pittsburgh Sports Now.
And I'm Jamarius Burton. Welcome to the Just Buckets podcast.
Welcome to Just Buckets. Welcome to the Just Bucket podcast, and this is the Triplets edition. Yep, that's it.
After 8 long months, we finally got the Triplets on, man. Can y'all please tell the audience at home y'all names?
So, Guillermo, Jorge,
Federico.
So this was all of y'all first year, on campus, playing for Pitt. Can y'all please tell everyone y'all experience on the first day on campus?
Damn, first day. I mean, we took a visit, so
okay.
You want to say the visit or
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I mean, I want to say like first day on campus.
Okay.
I remember Theo picked us from the airport. That's me and my brother. I didn't know Fede at the time. But Theo picked us in the airport. I remember I lost my luggage. So I was pissed for that, and it took like 10 days to get back my luggage. But the thing is, like, Theo picked me up, and as soon as I told him, he was like, no, let me call someone. And he started calling people, asking for my luggage, and I don't know, it was just like, that's when I first met Theo, like, for real, like. And then we got to Bridges, we got to the new room, because we never saw Bridges in our visit. And I don't know, it was just so nice. Like, we came from IMG, we had like a little room for both of us. And then we get to Bridges, like biggest room, like every of us has our own like bathroom and like bedroom. So I don't know, it was just so nice. And going to the Pit, like actually playing there. Yeah. I remember our first 2 days in Pittsburgh, we slept just with hoodies because we didn't have any like blankets, any pillows, anything. Like the room in Bridges was empty. So I remember the first 2 days until my things arrived from like Target, I was sleeping no pillow, just on a hoodie on my couch, and that's it. I spent like that 2 days. Like I couldn't shower because I didn't have a curtain on the shower. I didn't have towels, so I was showering in the Pit. I was showering in the Pit. My bad. We had to ask blows for towels because we didn't have towels, and we got the towels and we're like, okay, let's shower. And then we're like, oh, we don't have curtains, so we never shower. And then I mean, now we got the curtains and we shower. I'm not saying that. No, we say we had to shower the Pit every time.
Yeah.
Federico, how was that?
So my experience, my first time. I was here. Like I was here for my prep year. So Pittsburgh is not a new city for me. But when I got to campus, first day here, I had the same experience with them. I slept with my hoodie on on the couch. Didn't shower. I packed kind of light too, but yeah, same kind of experience as them.
I got you, man. So for the Twins, I mean, Jeff K, but you mentioned your visit a bit there.
Yeah.
In March Madness, I remember your head coach, Jeff, was talking to the media, and he spoke about how that was probably his best official visit ever, the visit that you guys came on. What happened on that visit? Describe what your emotions were like, and did you know that you wanted to come to Pitt as soon as you left campus?
I mean, it was pretty special. Like, I remember since we got the airplane, my parents, so it was my dad, his girlfriend, and my mom and her boyfriend. So they all got like not first class, but like the business class. Like you have like extra leg room. It's so nice. You got actually like the silverware like to eat. And yeah, it was like since that moment, like my parents were really happy. I'm not saying like they buy them, but no. I'm saying like we get here, and I remember I think I went with JC. JC was driving me, and he was with Theo. So I didn't meet Theo like till that time, till we started like I don't know like hanging out. But what I think was special was just like the environment, like how we. I don't know how to really explain it, but like how everything like went fluent. Like there was no like awkward silence. Like there's always someone saying something. Like And honestly, like the campus is really nice. Like we visit the Pitt, we visit like the school around. And I mean, my parents are like big school parents. Like they want us to study, so that was a big part too. Like they were really happy here, and I don't know, it was just like a special visit. Like I don't know what's the thing that made it special, but it was like how it felt.
What about for you, Fetty? Did you take a visit on campus? Explain, your experience that made you, come to Pitt.
So my experience was good too. I was in a visit with Blake, so I was hanging out with Blake the whole visit, and I liked how, like, the coaches was easy to talk to, easy to connect with too. Everything was just great.
Hey, what do you recommend on the menu?
As the top gunner.
I'll take the top gunner. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Hey guys, Jamarius here. I want to thank the Scoring Factory for sponsoring the Just Buckets podcast. The Scoring Factory provides top-notch, detail-oriented training for basketball players of all ages in the Pittsburgh area. I go to Pete Strobel at the Scoring Factory to fine-tune the details of my game by focusing on the individual skills that have gotten me to this level. Come get some at the Scoring Factory.
It sounds like you guys mentioned Theo, obviously picked up Guillermo from the airport. But it sounds like every time someone mentions Theo, like all three of you kind of chuckle, like laugh. You're obviously the big man on this team. Like, what's it like working with Theo? And tell the fans, like, what kind of guy he is, because he's definitely seems like a character to all you guys.
So Theo is a person that pushes every day. He's fun guy to be around. He jokes a lot, but he takes stuff seriously. He's just a character.
I don't know. He's just Theo, He's like that type of guy. Like he was unique. Like the way he acts. Like he's always like energized, and he's like he never stops. Like I never seen Theo. Like even if he's standing, he's doing something with his hand. Like when he's talking, like always doing something. And I don't know. He's just like a special person. Like he loves the game so much. Like he put like all his energy on it, and the way he teaches us like things, like he does it like with emotion. It's like you want to do good, like just for him. Like I don't know how to explain it, but
Like other thing about Theo is he wants us like to get better. Like he be watching NBA games and texting me like, "Fede, I want you to be like this player. You see how he moves and things like that." He's always checking up on me, like, "How you doing, kiddo? How's your day been?" He's just there. It's like he's like family. Like he's like family. He's checking up a lot on us.
yeah. I'll say something about your dad. Yeah, nah, he's a character. Like he's like, I think he takes like 3 coffees in the morning, so he takes 3 more in the afternoon. Just the energy he has, and it's something really good for us, because the way he pushes and the way he put confidence on us, it just make us better through the year. I think like everyone could see like how we got better through the year, and like one of the persons like that did that was Theo.
Definitely. Prior to y'all freshman year, y'all all, did amazing things this year. But explain, to the audience at home, growing up in a different country, your dream of being over here and the process that it took to get here.
Yeah, so things like in Spain, I don't know how in Finland works, but in Spain, like NCAA basketball is not really like famous. Only like if you actually play basketball, you might know about it. Like, and if you know, it's like you know about like Duke, North Carolina, like the top schools. You already know how it works. So for us, we didn't really know like about NCAA. We only knew about NBA, and it wasn't until like our junior year that we start like figuring out like what NCAA was, and we start like thinking about like coming here like to, play basketball and study at the same time. So yeah, basically growing up in Spain, like in overseas, is like pretty nice. Like where I'm from is like the islands is so nice, so the weather is always nice. So I don't know, it's just like every time I remember home, I just miss home a lot because it's just super nice. And you want to say something?
So the way that I wanted to come to the States and play was we got club basketball in Europe, so there's a lot of pros from America and stuff like that play in, and then they start coaching. So I got Division 1 coach Greg Joyner. He always like told us stories about USA, how it is, how he played against these schools and stuff like that. So I started doing my little research, looking up schools. Then I started looking up highlights, and then it just grew in me. Then my first time coming to USA, I came with a team from Finland to play U, and I just loved it. I just loved it.
Was that coach like your first experience with basketball, or like who put that basketball in your hand that get you motivated to continue to play?
So I have said this story a lot. Like I'm a soccer guy. Like I'm a European football guy. My dad grew up playing it. We used to watch it on TV every World Cup, every Champions League. But my mom, he just said, well, like I started growing up, he said, nah. Nah. So he forced me to stop soccer and try basketball. And that American coach was one of the reasons why I loved it. Like every time I went there, it was fun. It was fun.
That's crazy because I was a soccer guy too, and like when I was a kid, I wanted to play soccer, and it was my dad who told me, "No, you're like too big to play soccer. Like you're gonna have to play basketball." So like when we were playing soccer and basketball at the same time, till we were like 7, 8 years old, and like there was a point that my dad says, "Okay, you gotta choose," and of course it wasn't my decision. Like he made a decision, and he chose basketball for us, and of course at the moment I didn't want to do it. But then you start growing up and you start realizing like, okay, there's no way I can play soccer with these long ass legs, So just say my Fede, but instead of my mama, it was my dad.
So you guys watched the World Cup, I believe, like in the locker room this year while it was going on?
Yeah, like I watched all the World Cups since like I think I was born.
Okay.
So like World Cup for us is like, in Europe it's like a big thing. Like you wait 4 years to watch a World Cup, and I remember the final was like we had a lift in the final, and like there was no way I was missing the final. So I told Coach, please, like this is the final. It's every 4 years. You gotta put it on the weight room. So I watched the soccer final doing press course.
While you were lifting?
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, what was it like for you guys just to watch that, to show your teammates?
So, yeah, that's the funny thing. Like, our teammates, except from Nate's the one who knows more about the soccer, none of them really know, like, what's going on. And same with teammates, same with, like, coaches. None of them, like, really know what's going on. And it was just fun, like, to see the guys, like, because we usually have like all the games in the locker room, so the guys would just stop by and like start asking questions and just like say funny comments because they don't really know what's going on. They're just like guessing, and it was just fun. But I remember, I think it was Argentina, Croatia, and they went to penalties, and that moment was pretty special because so we all wanted to like Messi to win, but at the same time I wanted Croatia to win. So
I was with Croatia.
He's always with the other team. But yeah, like we didn't care, and like we just like stood up. We started like hugging each other for the penalties. And I remember like when Argentina won, like he started. No, my bad. It was Argentina and Netherlands. It was Netherlands. Yeah, my bad. And yeah, he started like not crying, but like shouting. Like he was so emotive, and like I remember just Theo like just watching the game and just like saying random things. Theo says he's so funny.
The Just Buckets podcast is brought to you by the Oaklander Hotel, where relaxed luxury meets incomparable services. Located in the heart of Pittsburgh's Oakland neighborhood, they provide extraordinary service and an upscale experience you won't forget. Book the Oaklander Hotel, the best spot for your next stay. Alliance 412's mission is to connect the University of Pittsburgh's student athletes with local and national companies, charity organizations, and the community to create lasting relationships. Alliance 412 provides student athletes the opportunity to enhance their life and professional skills. 412 Boxing is Pittsburgh's national youth boxing nonprofit. They give under-resourced Pittsburgh city youth an opportunity to learn to box and nationally compete. This offseason, I got my cardio and strength right at the 412 Boxing Gym. I appreciate y'all.
I got a question for you guys. So, if you could build a soccer team out of the Pitt basketball roster, who would be at which positions?
Sure, for sure. So, we wanted to play soccer this summer. Like it was like the three of us and Nate and Will wanted to, but we play soccer like in PlayStation, like FIFA, and we have a team already. So this is how it goes. Nate is a striker. Nate makes all the goals. Then we have a left wing here.
We got a two-way player.
No.
Sometimes he's there, sometimes he's not. But he plays wing and.
No, he plays the midfield, but he's always losing the ball, so we don't really like him. So I play the right wing, and then when Will started playing with us, he never played FIFA before, so he was ass. He's still ass though, but he just played with us, and like it was so fun for him like to score goals. And, I don't know. That's how really like we start like our relationship, like how he grew was like playing FIFA, for sure.
That's amazing. And is that how the Triplets? You know, I think Nate is a part of this as well. Is that how it formed?
I don't think it's how it formed, but it's how it got better. Like I think it formed just by going to get food every day, because we all live at Bridges, so we would like have practice and stuff, and at night we would text the group like, okay, let's go get food, and just we would like at first we would go together to get food, and then Nate, I think he was bored, so he decided to join. So we started to go get food together, and that's how like we start like then after get food we eat together, so we start to hang out, and at the end like we live in the same building, so we always hang out together. Yeah,
the Giants getting food every time.
And did y'all get stopped a lot in these food places and like
asking for
please
pictures
explain that experience, being the tallest guys on campus pretty much, walking around every day, going to class and everything like that.
I mean, every time we walk together, it's so funny when people walk past us. They kind of start laughing, staring at us. But yeah, it's super nice because we got amazing fans. They be yelling my name, like, "Hey, Federico!" But it's super cool. It's all love.
Yeah, the other day we went out and we were just joking around saying, okay, let's see how many times we hear Federico. And it was like 20 times, like almost, because all of them also like everyone was out. So, but yeah, it's just like funny to see how people react when we go by. Like they be talking, then they suddenly go quiet and they pass by you and they're like, start like, like bro, come on. But yeah, no, like, and also we learned like so we can't stop. Like if you stop, somebody's gonna come up and like, hey, can we get a picture? Hey,
Super dangerous. No.
yeah. And if you're like in the side corner, you cannot stop there. Like that's lethal. Like if that's a hot spot. Like if you stop there for like 5 minutes, someone's gonna come up and ask for a photo or something. And I mean, everything cool. Like we love to take photos, but it's just like sometimes like you don't feel like taking a photo. Just keep walking.
It's all love, but like
They're gonna start big timing people not giving fans
like
pictures.
one time, me and G, we were just walking, and a dude stopped his truck. He stopped his truck. He was like, "Oh, Pitt basketball!" Then he jumped out of the truck. Yeah, in middle of the street. Just said, "I need a picture with you guys." There was cars behind him, everything. It was just funny.
Yeah, so not in the case of being in mid-traffic, will they stop and take pictures?
But yeah, like all good. Like we never say no to a photo. So
Definitely. Just talk about y'all experience, this year. It was a bunch of sold out crowds. What game or experience, stood out the most to you all?
I mean, we have to say the Syracuse game. That's because how special it was.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that one, I'll say. Let me get back to that. Let me think. Like I'll say definitely the Syracuse game. I feel like the Syracuse game was a movie, like literally a movie made and like recorded, because like everything went like perfect for us. Like everyone, the team had a moment. It was obviously it was a special night because it was senior night, so it was like sold out. Like it was like a thank you to all seniors. Like we have to win. Like it's an emotional night, and to like every one of us like be able to have a moment for us, it's incredible. And like the epic ending of every movie is Fish making that basket. And, like how like at the end the video of all of us in the floor just like together, So like that's literally a movie because on the special night it ended up how we wanted us to end up, like showing that like we're together on this and like we are like a big family. So definitely like Syracuse game.
Syracuse and Mississippi State. I wasn't playing, but I was.
What was it about that Mississippi State game? Because a lot of people, they don't know that was the first 4 game we was on the road, in Dayton, so we wasn't at home. Explain, that experience.
So I was out with the injury, and it just was special for me. Like I was in the bench. It was super hard being in the bench, but all the shots, like Blake's shot, I was like, oh no. Then he went in, I'm like, oh yeah. That was super special. Like watching us play. Like when you're in the bench or in the side watching us play, it was just beautiful. Like.
And that game ended. Was that, Guillermo, you had the block with your left hand, I believe, in the final seconds. What was that moment like for you coming over, Tolu Smith, and all SEC forward? Like, what was that play like for you?
Like, in the moment, like, you don't realize what's going on. Like, in the moment, I remember, it's out of bounds. So, like, he gets the ball, and he faced me. And I'm like, okay, he's going to go to get a basket. And I don't know how I put my chest on there. I get the bump, and with my left hand, like I'm not thinking about anything. So like with my left hand, I just swipe and get the ball, and like I didn't believe it. And I started screaming. I forgot there was like 2 seconds in the clock. I thought I win the game, but like a special moment. Like in the moment you don't realize, but then you watch it again, and it's just a special moment.
And after that game ended, you guys shared like a hug that kind of went viral around Pitt Twitter NCAA tournament.
Like that emotion was when the buzzer sound. At first, I didn't believe it because they almost made that basket. Like the guy smoked that layup, and at first I didn't believe it. Like I was hands on my head. Like what just happened? Like what just happened? I don't believe it. So I was just walking back to the bench, like in trauma, like this, like what happened? And this dude came to me and like hugged me, and like that was like a release point, and like all that stuff that happened during the game, or like getting, I can say this word, but like getting like pushed around and like by like bigger dudes than me, like everything went out, and it was just, I just let it out. Yeah, I know, like I knew when I saw him, I knew like what he was going through because. I remember like same thing happened to me when we first played Syracuse. I remember Fede was out for foul, so I had to play that game, playing the 5, and I was just like guarding Jesse Edwards, like he was pushing me around, like I was like so tired, and I remember we almost fought that game, like they almost came back, and yeah, also like I was in the free throw and my guy grabbed the rebound, like offensive rebound, and he made it, and I was like, oh my god, like we're gonna lose from like because of me. But end of the story, we won. So once like that buzzer goes off, like I was like all the emotion, like all you're feeling, like you're so tired, like you feel banged up because I've been fighting against Jesse. It was like the whole time, and all you wanna do is cry. Like honestly, like you have to contain because like you feel like so released, like you finally won. And when I saw my brother, I was like, he's about to cry. Like, I knew it. Like, so I just went there, hugged him, and he started crying. I was like, yeah, I knew it.
Do y'all have like a twin intuition that you already knew he was?
Yes, they do be having that.
Nah, we don't really. Sometimes. Theo is funny. Theo be always saying something like, he always asks me, no matter what, he's like, where's your brother? I'm like, I don't know. He was like, see, your brother always know where you are. I'm like,
do.
every time he asks me, it's like, where's your brother? At first, I'm like, I don't know. And then I'm like, wait. He's coming in 2 minutes. 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes later, boom, he's coming. Like, wait, I think he's coming now. Boom, he's coming now. And I think I have AC like 3 times. And like, I think
Yeah, they got crazy connection. Like one time we was chilling in our room and G just gets up and opens the door. Jorge just walked in the race at the same time. So they be having this connection.
And is that same connection that we've seen on the floor together throughout this season?
yeah, same thing happened against, I think it was our first game when we did the thingy and I got a check. We did it at the same time, honestly. And we never talk about it, like it just happened like that and it was the same time. Like, I don't know if like has something to do with it, but I don't know. I don't really know. Like,
Now that you've done it, is that something that might come back in the future? Like,
No.
No?
maybe, depends.
On the first game,
Well,
until they
I-
get a take on
The thing is, once I got that check after the game, coach was like, "Don't do it again." And since then, like I've never done it again. But maybe like someday I feel like it, I might do it. But I can promise on that.
Fede, I want to ask you about your first year at Pitt because, I mean, at least from the outside perspective, we didn't really know what to expect out of you. Obviously, coming from junior college ball, like what was that transition like going from JUCO to this first year at Pitt? Like, how did you kind of fill into that role? Because you were pretty much thrown into the fire pretty quickly there.
So going back to European basketball, like this D1 basketball is kind of same kind of basketball as
Let's call this basketball.
Yeah,
It's pretty similar.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. So after being a couple of years away from it, coming back, it just felt good.
I got you, man. And when you were thrown into that starting role early in the season, were you nervous at all? Like, what were you feeling like?
Couple first games, yeah, I was nervous, but it's like it got better. And
then
easier.
Playing with the Twins, like they had. What game was that? Was that Mississippi State with the? You threw about one of you threw a bounce pass to the other for the dunk in March Madness.
Was
That was
it
Iowa State.
That was Iowa State. Yeah.
that was Iowa
What's
State.
it like for you, Fede? Like seeing them play together and pass it, that chemistry.
It's like it's so fun to watch. Like it's just amazing. I don't know.
Yeah, that was amazing. That you're not lying. That was amazing. How it felt, and I don't know. I feel like the good thing about our team, like we have so much joy for each other. Like when someone does a good play, like we actually all like celebrate with them because we want them to do good. So when Fede be dunking the ball, like doing his crazy things, like even though like they might be like playing the same spot and like they're actually competing against each other, if he does good, he's gonna love it, and if he does good, he's gonna love it. So and that's how it works like in the whole team. So yeah, basically like we had like great teammates, and that's why we had like great success. What?
I don't know.
So I got a question. I actually have a question. What was it like, throughout the whole year, the ups and downs of the season? Please explain, that first year, and then, transitioning to the off season. What do you feel like you learned from your first year that you can take moving forward?
Yeah, definitely a lot of ups and downs. I remember the beginning of the season was really hard because I started like the first game I started. Then the second game Fred started, and then when John come back, like my minutes like went down, and like like there was games I didn't play. So like of course like even being a freshman, it's always hard to not play. It's always hard to stay on the bench. But I just keep working. I just keep listening to y'all because Nelly, you, Nike will come to me after games and like, listen, keep grinding because like there's gonna be a moment that your opportunity is gonna come and like you gotta be ready for it. And like that opportunity start coming maybe with 2 minutes, and then after those 2 minutes, like Nelly will come to me and they will tell me like, okay, this was a step. Trust me, next step is gonna be a little bit bigger. And next one is gonna be a little bit bigger, and you'll see like there's gonna be a moment that you're gonna be walking and you're not gonna realize it. And so it was 2 minutes, and then like 4 minutes, and like then like 10 minutes, and then like I had opportunities against Virginia, against Clemson and stuff. So it was just kind of a process of learning, of like even like maybe now you're not playing, just like keep working because if you have opportunity, you gotta be ready for it. So I think that gave me a lot of maturity and like also confidence on me, and also confidence on the coaches, on my teammates, because they always have my back.
Yeah.
And just now looking back, see how much I have grown, like as a man, and in basketball too. And yeah, basically that, how much I grown, and especially on my confidence.
Yeah.
I learned a lot this season, ups and downs, the losses, the wins. I feel like what I learned is how good I can be and how much upside is there. Like I feel like I could do much better than what I did. So I think that's it. That's it.
What do you think is important for you, Fede, to take that next step? Like, what can you add to your game still that we haven't seen yet?
Be more confident in everything I do, and not overthink anything. Just play the game.
Yeah, they look like they want you to start shooting.
He might be shooting threes. Like he's already shooting them. Like he was playing one-on-ones and shooting threes. So it might happen. But yeah, like for me, like it was also like he said, like learning how to adapt, like to your playing time. And like for me, the first thing was like always like doesn't matter how it goes on the court, like stay positive, like with your teammates. Like because you don't play, you be like a dickhead now, and like you act like start like feeling sorry about yourself. Like like I always try to be happy, like even though if I not play or I don't have that much importance, just be happy, like have a good mood, and just show up every day to practice and try to get better and get better. Like that's basically what I learned. Is like you have to show up every day, no matter what, and if you do it, like you're gonna have great rewards.
I love that.
Yeah, man. So we'll start to wrap up here. We do have a Fueled by Roots question. So we were talking earlier, Roots sponsors the show, obviously, gracious sponsor. I want to ask the Twins first. A lot of people have been talking about, you guys bulking up over this summer, like the freshman to sophomore summer. Big time for you guys to, get in the weight room, get in the, kitchen, start bulking up. What is your plan for this summer? Is there any diet plan for you guys, strength plan? What are you guys up to this summer?
So we already started playing. Like as soon as the season was done, we started playing with Coach Vince, and it's basically lift 4 days a week. And the thing like we have to step up to, the three of us, is the eating. We gotta start eating like pros, and that means like not skipping any meal. Make sure every meal is like the correct meal, like enough amount of calories. And just like take care of that, and like Coach Bean says, it's not rocket science. It's just put the work in. He said that. Yeah, no, what he said, like it's just we're lifting, we're trying to. Sometimes like doesn't really matter what you eat as long as you eat. But yeah, for us, like it's gonna be like a game changer, like to start eating, and not even like gaining that much weight, but like getting in the weight room and getting stronger. That's what it's really gonna change the game for us.
Just the secret to success, like getting weight, getting bigger, getting ready for the season.
Definitely. My feel about Roots question is, what is y'all game day routine? As a teammate of y'all's, you know, we all have our own routine. Is there something special that you're listening to, or you know, what was getting y'all hyped up and prepared for these games that we were playing?
Long ass sleep and Call of Duty.
No, I actually had a little routine. It wasn't like big, but I always like when I put my shoes, I always put my left shoe first. So it's my left sock first, then right sock, then left shoe, and then right shoe. That's how I do it. Mm-hmm. And then I usually we get in the weight room, we warm up with beans. Then I usually shower, like hot shower, mm-hmm. and then I step on the court to warm up with Theo. And that's like my little routine.
Yeah, definitely. Like my routine starts when we have to on the walkthrough. Mm-hmm. A little before, like when you get in the pit. So in that walkthrough, it's like the beginning of the routine is just walk through, pay attention, then go eat, take a little nap or like go shower, and then weight room, and then that's when you start the game plan. Nothing to do with like your game day routine on your YouTube videos.
Yeah, how does that from your point of view? Like, what's JB's routine like? Because I know it's pretty crazy.
JB is like an all NBA player, man. like LeBron James routine, man.
Yeah.
Like eyes and everything. Like, but I respect that. Like, I was talking with one of the trainers the other day. Like he was telling me how important it is like to like take care of your body, and he was talking about JB, like how he takes care of his body, and like that's why we call him LeBron, right? Because like all the take that how he takes care of his body, and that's something like we're probably gonna have to start doing if you wanna play.
He's like a role model. Icing, foam rolling, hot tub. He be doing all that. Stretching.
Swimming, right? You hit the pool, right?
Yeah, I mean, Fetty's my roommate, so it's kind of, you know, hearing him say it. But
before games too, he'd be on that pool getting right.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. That was
no problem.
a blast having you guys on. JB, you can close out the show, man, but that was awesome to have you guys on. Appreciate it.
After 8 long months, you know, we had the triplet edition. I want to thank y'all for coming on. It was a pleasure being y'all teammate. You know, I hope nothing but success moving forward. I want y'all to all know y'all can hit me up. I'm going to be hitting y'all up. You know? And, you know, we could just continue this brotherhood, man. Y'all are my brothers for life.
For sure.
H2P.
H2P.
Like the video.